If you guys missed part 1 of the story, you can check that out by clicking the I in the top right of the screen right now, or just search for the Wallbreaker's origin story part 1. Unlike his relatives, the bomber is smart enough to throw the bomb away before it explodes, whereas the Wallbreaker likes to hold onto it until it blows up on him. But if you were following the first part of the story, you will know that there is a very good reason for this, and that is because the Wallbreaker was cursed by the Clash Gods when he died, an embarrassing death back when he decided to attack a wall instead of running around, and then he got killed by a single bomb. This caused the Wallbreaker to forever hold a curse that prevented him from ever letting go of the very bomb that killed him. And since then, the Wallbreaker had always been determined to get revenge on any wall that he could by blowing it to smithereens. Recently this month, the Wallbreaker finally made his way to the Clash Royale arena when he started to run out of work in the Clash of Clans village, since his job was being replaced by jump spells, earthquakes, flying troops, and wall wreckers. But the bomber has been at the Clash Royale arena for nearly 3 years, so how did the bomber get into the Clash Royale arenas way before the Wallbreaker ever did? And how did he break the unbreakable spell that cursed him to forever hold on to his bomb? Find out in part 2 of the Wallbreaker's story in the bomber's origin story. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to let you guys know that I will be hosting a small giveaway for everyone who subscribes to my second channel called Variance Music. I will be giving away 2 prizes of $25, and I will be paying it out through PayPal if you have it, or I will purchase an iTunes or Google Play gift card of your choice. To enter, just click the first link in the description below and subscribe to Variance Music, and you will be automatically entered. I will be doing the draw on June 30th and announcing it shortly after, so make sure to check back then. And anyways, let's go ahead and get into today's video. 3 years ago, a brand new royal king came riding into the Clash of Clans village. To be clear though, this was not the same king that we are familiar with in today's arenas. It was neither the Red King or the Blue King. Rather, it was the third king that was a part of the Clash Royale arenas before the beta of the game ever came out. And there will be a reason as to why you've never heard of this king, explained later in the story. He rode on his pony and wore his shiny crown, letting all the troops know just how important he was. Immediately when all the troops saw him, they stopped what they were doing and stared. The king looked at them and told them that he was one of the kings of a brand new place called Clash Royale, and they were recruiting the best of the best to come join them. He then offered a few incentives for them to come with him. He said that they could come battle against some of the strongest troops in the land, including ones that they had never encountered before, and then he name-dropped the musketeer, the baby dragon, and the giant skeleton. He also offered that the troops will get to fight in state-of-the-art stadiums with roaring crowds, and best of all, the king said that he would even pay them all double what they were making right now. But then one of the goblins raised his hand and told the king that they weren't even being paid right now. So to that, the king told the goblin, "Well then, I guess I'll start paying you guys." The idea of actually being paid to battle, which they were basically doing already for free, seemed like an amazing opportunity. So all of the troops agreed to go, and the village chief didn't even seem to have a problem with this, since he knew he couldn't compete with what the king was offering, plus the fact that he had 4 barracks and 2 dark barracks ready to produce more troops once they all left. So all the troops were getting ready to leave. Well, all of the troops except for one, the Wallbreaker. The Wallbreaker had no reason to leave since his only goal in life was to destroy walls, and he wouldn't be able to do that in the Clash Royale arena since there were no walls. And not to mention, at this point, there were no wall wreckers taking his job, so he was still in high demand in the Clash of Clans village. This really ticked off the king though, since he had never been said no to before, and he really wanted every single troop to come with him. Plus, he had promised the Red and Blue King that he would bring back every single troop with him back to the Clash Royale arenas. So there was no way he could come back with less than all of them. So he had to try extra hard to get the Wallbreaker to come with. So he went to the Wallbreaker and asked him why he didn't want to come. The Wallbreaker quickly explained that he just wanted to destroy walls, and he had no need for being paid in gold since he couldn't really do anything with it anyways. And even if he wanted to go, he said he had some stupid curse on him where he couldn't even let go of his bomb, so he would just die the first time he got there. The king listened to all of this and then formulated a mini plan on how he could get the Wallbreaker to come with him to the Clash Royale arenas. The king went to the village chief to ask him about the Wallbreaker's curse, but the king refused to tell him. Then the king whipped out a bag of gold, and then the king immediately started spilling the beans. He told him how the Wallbreaker had died in a battle and was cursed to forever hold the bomb. The king then asked if there was any possible way to break the curse. To that, the village chief responded with, "The only person that might be able to reverse this curse is the witch. But be warned, the witch usually charges a very, very high price for stuff like this. The king was so used to always getting what he wanted, so he went to go confront the witch. He asked the witch what it would take for her to lift the spell on the Wallbreaker's curse. He was expecting the witch to demand a bunch of gold or something, but what she did ask for was completely different. The witch asked the king for, first off, a strong buff or a power potion for when she did get to the Clash Royale arenas, which the king shrugged off and said, okay, that's easy, no problem. Then the next thing she asked for was that she wanted to be considered an epic troop within the Clash Royale arenas, which the king also shrugged off and was like, okay, no big deal. But the last thing that the witch asked for was something crazy and unforeseen. The witch asked the king for his soul. She explained that to lift a curse from one cursed soul, she would have to remove it to someone else's and replace it. The king was shocked for a second, wondering what the heck the witch just asked for. The king was a little conflicted by this once he figured out what was going on, because obviously he didn't want to lose his soul and be cursed, but also if he went back without the Wallbreaker, his brothers or the other kings would both be extremely disappointed in him for breaking his promise and would never let him forget about it. So the king had convinced himself, since he really didn't want this to happen and that would almost be worse than being dead, that this was the only way and that he would grant the witch her 3 demands. So the witch happily obliged, where she received power potions for her buff and a purple card that would be used in the Clash Royale arena. And then for the final demand, she gathered the king and the Wallbreaker together and started up some sort of spell. She chanted, and then smoke rose up from the feet of both the king and the Wallbreaker. Then all of a sudden, it disappeared. The Wallbreaker emerged looking the same as always, but then he looked at his bomb and released his fingers. And for the first time in forever, the bomb slipped out of his hands and he let go of it. The curse had been lifted. Now the Wallbreaker would be free to throw bombs wherever he wanted without being killed at the same time. And for this, he would forever be grateful to the king for the sacrifice, and he would join him back to the Clash Royale arenas, now called the Bomber. Hey, welcome back you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy part 2 of the Wallbreaker story, or the Bomber story. What we're going to do today is a bit different from the other facecam videos or live attacks that I usually do. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the leaderboards, randomly scroll for a bit, and then I'm going to choose one random deck, and I'm going to go ahead and test that out inside of one of my challenge battles. If it was a live video, I'd ask you guys to tell me when to stop, but since you guys aren't here, I'll do it myself, and we'll just stop right here. So 155th in the world, so not too bad. This is actually a pretty popular deck too, so I've never used Royal Giant, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a go here. So we got the Royal Giant, the Furnace, the Mega Minion, the Lumberjack, the Baby Dragon, Barbarian Barrel, Electro Wizard, and then the Lightning. Alright, so this is a pretty solid deck. Let's go ahead and test it out and see how we do. I think in this video we're only gonna have time for one live attack, so we better make it count, and hopefully we can come out with a win. Alright, I think right now for my live replays or my facecam videos where I do live attacks, I think I'm like 1-1 right now, where I've won 1 battle, lost 1. So this could be the deciding factor here. Alright, I don't know how to play this deck. I don't know if I should lightning this or not, but you know what, YOLO, let's just go for it. And, you know, nothing bad's happened so far, so can't say that was too bad of a play. Would have been nice if I could have got that Mega Minion, but that's really unlikely. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and play my Electro Wizard here. I need that to deal with the Mega Minion. And then worst comes to worst, I could play my Mega Minion right here. Hopefully my tower will help shoot against that Mega Minion. And then we should be able to go in for a counter push. Considering we did a lot of damage to his tower, we're actually not in too bad of a spot right now. That Barbarian's gonna kite that Mega Minion, but that's alright. And he does have a Furnace too, so he's kind of playing a bit of a similar deck. Not exactly, he does have the Barbarians and all that. I've never used Furnace ever before, so I don't know if I should play this here right now. I don't know if that's going to be a good play or not. Alright, once that Mega Minion gets within range, I'm going to lightning all of this. And there we go. Alright, and he does have a poison spell, so I guess not too similar of decks after all. Right, I don't know when I should play this Royal Giant. I'm not sure if I should wait till double Elixir or if I should just honestly go for it. Only one sad Fire Spirit going. Alright, so he's gonna die off on his own there. He's coming in for a big push. Probably shouldn't have played my Royal Giant there. He's gonna die before he even gets a shot on. Alright, should I play Lumberjack, Baby Dragon, Ewiz? Okay, Baby Dragon's gonna have to go here since he's the only one with the splash damage. Lumberjack should take out that Musketeer. Lumberjack's gonna come back in and help, so that's gonna be great. So yeah, my Royal Giant is gonna die to all those Barbarians before he even gets a shot off, most likely. So I'm just gonna go ahead, play it a bit slow here. Bank some Elixir by playing my Furnace right here. Forgot about that poison spell, so that's not really gonna work too well for me. And then once that poison spell does expire, I'm gonna go ahead and play my Royal Giant here and set up for a bit of a push. Actually, I'm at 10 Elixir. I gotta push now. Alright. Lumberjack will hopefully... these Barbarians... I don't know how to deal with these Barbarians. Okay, my Royal Giant did get one shot on the tower, so I guess that's a small victory. And then I'm gonna go ahead and lightning all of this. Okay, I'm gonna save my Ewiz here to hopefully take out a bunch of skeletons. He does have a poison spell, so I have to keep my tower like out of range of that poison spell, like to be taken out of. So okay, I'm gonna play Royal Giant here. He's gonna hopefully go for that Furnace. I don't know how to deal with these Barbarians, man. They like perfectly counter my Royal Giant, and I have to be careful for this next, what's it called? The next graveyard. Alright, so I'm gonna have to play my Lumberjack. Hopefully he can tank some shots or like destroy some troops or do something here, because I don't know how on earth I'm gonna get to that tower. Because if I play this, he's gonna play his Barbarians again, and then my troops are all dead. So I think I'm gonna have to beat this guy with, I'm one poison spell away. I just gotta go for it, honestly. So incoming Barbarians. Alright, if I can get this lightning spell off, we can actually win this. I don't know how that happened, but I'll take it. I think he was just saving all of his Elixir just to try and put that poison spell down. But since it does like the damage over time, it just wasn't quick enough. And thankfully he didn't have time to put those Barbarians down, and somehow we came out with that win. I don't know how, but I'm not going to question it. But anyways, that is going to wrap it up for this video, and that leaves us at a record of, I believe, 2-1, 2 wins, 1 loss. So not too bad for live attacks, considering usually I end up choking under pressure. But anyways, like I said, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy the story, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Peace out.